You're really something, Morgan. Not only do you not even have any money, you don't have a good personality. I never thought my brother would marry a woman like you. It's so unlike him.
If you leave me alone, I'll pretend that you didn't just say that. Well, I've got to go. See you around.
Where do you think you're going? I haven't even finished what I have to say to you. Don't think I don't see what you're doing. Don't get cocky because you're living in my parents' house with him.
Don't worry, I'm not. I'm very aware of how lucky I am to be married to Jacob. Anyhow, I'll be going now. Goodbye.
Stop trying to cut our conversation short. You're nothing but his housewife, and you still try ignoring me?
Your mom needs my help with something. I'm not going to disregard her to keep chatting with you.
Don't use her as an excuse either. I know what you're trying to do, and it isn't going to work.
Can you tell me exactly what I'm doing then? I have no idea what you're talking about.
I'm talking about you taking advantage of our family. You're nothing but a parasite.
Are you talking about how your parents are letting me live with them for free? You should know I'm thankful they're doing this for me.
So you admit it then? That you only want us for our money? Don't you know marrying into money is only done by the worst of people? You're such a leech.
If you have something to say, make it quick. I'm not going to put your mother on hold for forever.
I'm letting you know that you're going to have visitors. Brad and I have moved. We're back in town.
You're back? How great for you. I'll let your mom know. If that's all, I'll see you later.
I'm not done! Stop cutting me off!
Then would you please just get to the point? This is going to take forever at this rate.
I didn't know that my mom was letting you and Jacob live with her without paying rent. I was surprised to hear that.
Good for you. What does this have to do with anything?
I want to move back in like you guys. I'll be bringing my husband Brad with me too.
Huh?
But that doesn't mean I want you guys around. I want your guys' bags packed and you both out by the end of the month.
Yeah, that isn't going to happen. Anyhow, see ya.
Are you done with your stupid little prank yet? Stop trying to run away.
I'm busy right now. I don't need you texting me.
I'm not going to stop texting you until I say everything I want to. I'll keep texting until I'm done talking.
Then I think I'll turn off my phone. Don't need you being a distraction.
Enough already! Let me finish before I start really getting mad.
Why are you telling me this anyway? If you want to move back in, shouldn't you be telling this to your mom?
Mom won't answer my calls or even text me back. And I even tried calling Jacob about this too. But he didn't even bother talking to me either. That's why I'm messaging you instead of them.
It looks like they don't want you living here then. Do you think I'm going to give you a different answer? Even if I did, you still wouldn't be living here. It's not my call if you live here or not.
Then do something to make it so I can.
I don't think I will. Your mother was the one who said she was happy to have me move in. It's not my call.
Happy? I'm sure you must have blackmailed her or something. Either that or you've been lying to her. She would never let you live there otherwise.
She was the one who offered to let us move in when Jacob and I were getting married. I said I'd like that too. That's all.
If she accepted you, then she would more than willingly kick you out to let me back in. I'm better than you in every way. I'd start looking for a new place if I was you.
And what if she says no to you? What then?
If someone as stupid and useless as you can start living with her for free, I could easily start living with her.
You don't say.
She probably expects me to take care of her when she gets old, too. She wouldn't want Jacob over me. Not when he doesn't make more than the average person. That's why you guys are living there, isn't it? You're completely exploiting my mother.
And just how much is your husband making, Katie?
Brad makes around $100,000 a year. Much better than my disappointing brother.
Oh, good for you. Why don't you buy your own place then instead of trying to move back in?
We're smart spenders. We're trying to save money in any way that we can.
Well then, I'll talk with Jacob if he has any interest in moving out so you can move in. Okay, Katie? I've gotta go. My name is Morgan. I'm 37 years old and currently married to Jacob. We've been married for over 6 years now. It's been a good ride, even though we don't have all the money in the world. Katie herself got married about 3 years ago. After her wedding, she moved out with her husband because of his job. I haven't met her much these past few years because of that. She'll sometimes text me when she's in a spiteful mood, but besides that, we don't talk. Jacob's dad passed away a few years ago. Ever since then, it's been the three of us living together. Me, Jacob, and his mother. If you're wondering if I like where we live now, the answer would be no. Jacob's mom has never been the same since her husband died. She's grown to be bitter. It was too much for her to lose her husband. I only wish she could move on. I'm just glad Jacob hasn't changed a bit. He's still the same lovely man I married. I've been getting by thanks to him. It's been tough, but he makes it easier. But I imagine with Katie back in town, things are only going to get more difficult. We'll have to be careful around her. She's been known to get into trouble in the past.
I thought I made it clear I wanted you and Jacob out of there by the end of the month. What are you still doing there?
I don't remember your mother telling us to leave. And you never got the okay to move in either.
I've tried calling her plenty, but she doesn't ever answer my calls. Why isn't she responding to me?
Gee, I wonder why.
You're behind this, aren't you? You must have blocked my number on my mom's phone. Just how much do you want? Will you not be happy until you take everything from my family?
I don't remember taking anything. I just live here.
Just so you know, I'm going to be receiving half of the inheritance from my mother. You and Jacob aren't getting it all. And she would never give the house to you. So give it up already.
I'm not planning to live here forever, Katie. I'm sure you'll get the house if you want it that much.
And my mom doesn't need someone like you around. You're probably a pain to keep around.
Think whatever you want. I don't really care what you think.
Do you even love my brother? Or are you just trying to use him like you're using my mother?
Of course I love him. He's the most important person to me in the world. I don't know if I could keep going if I didn't have his support.
Oh, you really care about him that much. That's a shame. You must not know what happened yet, do you? Then you'll want to hear this. I have some news about him.
News? What are you talking about? Did something happen to him?
He's in the hospital. There was an accident.
The hospital?
It looks pretty serious, too. I hope he's going to be okay.
But how do you know about this? I haven't gotten a call about this from the police or hospital or anything.
On my way home, I happened to come across the scene of the incident.
Where is he? If he's in the hospital, I have to see him right away. What hospital is he at? I need to see him. Just give me the location.
Sorry, but I'm not telling you that.
Why not? This is my husband we're talking about.
Even if you were to leave now, it won't change a thing. You won't make it there in time.
There in time? You mean he's not going to make it?
When they lifted him into the ambulance, they had to put him on oxygen. He might even be already dead.
But how could this happen to him?
It's only karma. You used him for your own selfish ends, and now he's gone. I say you deserve this.
Did you do something to him? He was always careful. He wouldn't just get in an accident.
You're blaming me for what happened to him? Even though I didn't do a thing. How terrible of you.
It doesn't add up. He's the safest driver I know. Something stinks and I'm going to find out what it is.
Just because you're dealing with grief doesn't mean you can start lashing out at me. I was the one who called the ambulance for him. If he survives, it's because of me. If anything, you should be thanking me.
If you really did call an ambulance for him, then you're right. I'm glad you called him an ambulance. But something isn't right.
If you're so grateful, then leave my mother's house. You've been there long enough. I'm tired of living in my cramped apartment. I deserve so much more than this.
Didn't you say your husband made $100,000 a year? Why are you living in an apartment then?
It's called saving money. I know you aren't great at that. That's why you're leeching off my mother.
If you tell me where Jacob is, I'll let you move in. Just tell me where he's staying at. I can't wait any longer. I have to see if he's okay.
You promise that you'll leave then? If you're trying to double-cross me, you won't hear the end of it.
I'll tell your mom I promised to you that I'd move out. You'll have someone who can back up your story.
Good. I was worried you were going to try something stupid. The hospital is the one a few blocks from Jacob's work. It's the one close to Main Street.
Thank you. I'll be on my way then.
Don't come crying to me if he dies, though. I'm not going to give you a shoulder to cry on. So, when is the funeral going to be? Have you decided on a date yet? And when are you moving out your stuff?
What are you talking about? What funeral?
The funeral for Jacob, of course. It's such a tragedy that had to happen to him.
If you're so worried about him, don't be. He's going to be completely fine.
Huh? But I saw him myself. He was unconscious and was bleeding all over the place.
He hit his head in the accident and got a concussion. His cuts weren't anything fatal either.
I thought he was a goner.
You didn't seem very shaken for assuming that he was dead. Were you hoping he wouldn't make it?
What are you saying? That I would be happy with the death of my brother? You're crazy.
Then explain why you had a hand in what happened, you monster.
Excuse me?
You thought you really did something, didn't you? But my husband knows what you did. Try to deny it. Say that you weren't there and didn't plan for this to happen.
You told me yourself he hit his head. He must have imagined seeing me there.
I know you were there. You were in your car at the time of the accident. Your car was the one who hit him. Brad was driving and you were in the passenger seat. Don't you dare try lying to me.
You have no proof of that. You're making things up to pin this on me.
Even if there wasn't any cameras that saw what happened, the police are still searching for witnesses.
So what if I left a few details about what happened? It doesn't mean I was the one who did it. Sure, I was with my husband, but what does that prove? And I called him an ambulance. How could you accuse me of this when I tried saving him?
Liar! You didn't call an ambulance. The woman at the scene of the accident did. She also was there to see the car that drove off after the accident. She told the police all about it. How a gray BMW came and hit Jacob's car before speeding away. How do you explain that? It sounds a lot like your husband's car.
There was someone who saw all of that?
She didn't get the license plate, but she gave the police enough detail to start a search. It's only a matter of time before the culprit of this is put behind bars. So, what do you say? Was it you?
Brad and I were shocked after running into Jacob's car. We didn't mean to leave. We were just scared.
That's strange. If you ran off, then why did you know what hospital he was sent to? It sounds like you weren't shocked at all. It almost sounds like you were planning this.
Stop jumping to conclusions. He survived, didn't he? What does it matter if we ran or not?
I'll never forgive you for trying to hurt my husband. I'll make you regret this.
I'll pay you off if you don't tell the police about this. Just don't drag me into this.
I'm not going to help a criminal. You're going to be punished for what you did.
I'm offering to compensate you for this. We don't need to make this into a big deal.
Oh, you'll be paying all right.
Just let me move in back with my mother and let's move on from this. Brad and I can't keep living in our apartment anymore.
Sure thing. We'll be out of your hair in no time. Is what I would be saying if you didn't try to kill my husband. He just barely got out of the hospital, too.
If you need time, we can wait a little longer. Just tell us when you're ready.
We'll let you move in if you turn yourself into the police. That's my final offer.
Okay. We'll both head to the police and tell them what happened. Just don't call the police on us. I'll give you 5 days to move out. We have to get ready ourselves.
Don't try running either. The police will find you.
I'm not going to run. I'll do exactly what you want me to.
Before you turn yourself in, why don't you first get your things moved in and everything settled before you do?
I was hoping you'd say that. I don't want to spend one more day in our apartment.
Good news then. We can be out of your mother's house within days. We'll get everything ready and have a moving company help us out. It won't take us very long at all. You'll have your mother and the house all to yourself in no time.
It was really that easy for you to move out, huh? Why did you make Brad and I wait so long when you could have moved out a long time ago? I won't forget this.
Think whatever you want. I don't care.
What's the meaning of this? How could you have not told me about this? I can't live like this.
Wow, it hasn't even been 24 hours and you're already regretting your decision?
That woman isn't my mother. My mom wouldn't treat me like this. I knew she had it rough ever since Dad died, but I didn't think she turned into an absolute monster.
It may not seem like it, but it's really her. With how long you were away, you didn't get to see how bad she really got.
But I'm her daughter. She's supposed to love me, not verbally abuse me. How could she have gotten so bad in the time I was gone? It was only 3 years.
She had trauma that she never tried to heal. They rotted her from inside to out over the years.
I can't do this. She's too much for me.
It's only going to get worse. You'll have to try your best if you want to stand a chance.
She has to have some sort of mental illness with how cruel she is. We have to find her help. There has to be a way to get my old mom back.
She's not sick. Jacob and I have already tried everything. You aren't getting your old mom back.
What do you mean you tried everything?
We went to doctors and therapists to see if we could help. The doctors said there was nothing physically wrong, and her mom refused to get therapy.
She refused therapy?
She said therapy would make her look bad and told us she wasn't going.
But why? She could have gained so much from it.
You're not wrong, but sometimes people choose not to change. Your mother happens to be one of those people.
I never knew.
She's been like this ever since your dad died. She stopped being active and stayed home all day. And over time, she stopped caring about the people around her. She only saw them as people she could use.
But why would Jacob have you live like this? Live with someone like that?
It wasn't always like this. She used to be a lovely person to be around. And we didn't have much when we first got married. It made sense to move in with your parents. We never thought this would happen.
She used to be so cheerful. But now she's so cold and bitter.
We did everything we could for her. We helped her when she needed it and made sure to pitch in. I think that's why she never started charging us rent. Deep down, she cares for us. But it doesn't change the fact she's lost it. She never could get over her dead husband.
I would have never moved in if I had known she was like this. I had no idea. It's been only a day and I already can't stand living with her.
I can see why you'd think that. I thought the same thing for so long when she really became awful. She went from the woman who made us dinners to demanding we make her dinner every day. She changed from the mom who'd do anything to help her kids to asking why we don't do enough for her.
But it's been years now since my dad died. Why can't she move on?
Probably because she knew him since she was little. They went from childhood friends to lovers. With that kind of love, when you lose it, it can change who you are as a person. And without ever trying to get over it, it was impossible for her to get better.
But we're supposed to be family. How could she treat family like this?
To her, the only one she calls family now is her dead lover.
I have to get out of here. The yelling is too much for me. I can't calm down.
The only way to avoid her wrath is to stay away from her. And that's what I've been doing for the past few years. Jacob and I tried as much as we could to be out of the house to avoid being around her. It was crazy looking back at it. If you won't want to go crazy, you'll have to move out or do what we did.
I wanted to live back at home because I thought it would be easy. Not for this. Brad can't even stand up for himself in front of her. It's like he's lost his spine when she's around. And she doesn't do anything but complain. It's like she thinks the whole world is against her. We couldn't even sleep last night with how stressful the day was.
I thought you wanted to live there, though. After all, you tried so hard to kick me and Jacob out. You can't complain when you only got what you were asking for.
It wasn't meant to be like this.
I was surprised too, actually.
By what?
She always had a soft spot for you, so I was curious if she'd stop acting like this if you were around.
That's what I was thinking. I was supposed to be her favorite.
It goes to show just how rotten she's gotten. Of course, that's not your only problem. You'll be heading to prison soon enough.
Huh?
You were in a hit and run with my husband. I'm not going to forget that.
I thought you were going to let it slide.
I said I wanted you to turn yourself in, not that I forgave you.
But what about my mom? Who'll take care of her if I'm gone?
She's bitter and heartless, but she still has enough savings to get by. And you may not have noticed, but my husband has a dash cam on his car. That's how I knew it was you.
Huh?
I wanted to give you the chance to turn yourself in. But you moved in and still haven't gone to the police. Your time is up.
But you don't need to do this.
Not only that, Jacob's car was a complete wreck from the accident. We want compensation.
We can figure this out. Don't involve the police. Please. What do you get out of having Brad and I go to prison? You get nothing.
I get justice for what you tried to do to my husband. I'm not letting this go. And you won't be paying me off. Justice isn't something you get from money.
We can blame my mom for this. We can have her take the fall in my place.
You did the crime, not her. You and Brad are paying for this. Why did you even want to move in when you have plenty of money to live somewhere else?
I thought it would be easy.
Because you need to save money, right? Brad has a bad gambling addiction from what I heard.
He's fine. It's just that...
Then why bother? I can't think you'd have any reason to move back in except for money. You left for 3 years and hardly called your mom.
I had a lot going on.
You both are hopeless.
We'll find a way to get out of this. I'll make Brad stop gambling. I have to. If he doesn't stop, we're going to be bankrupt.
That's if you aren't bankrupt from the crime you committed. You better start saving now because you'll need it.
Please, I'll do anything. Just don't turn us into the police.
It's too late. Enjoy talking to the judge about what you did.
Please, I don't want to go to jail. You have to stop this.
Brad was sentenced to 2 years in prison for the hit and run. Since Katie was only a passenger and not the driver, she got away with only a fine and to pay compensation for the car. It looks like Brad's gambling addiction has been solved, But now Katie has been working tirelessly to make the money to pay all her debts. She's been working late night shifts in order to see her mother as little as possible. She's only awake when her mother is asleep. She's at her wit's end as to what she should do, as it's going to be a while before Brad is out of prison. I imagine she'll be busy for the next few years working to find a new place to live. She might even divorce Brad to not even have to worry about his gambling addiction. I just hope she learns to be a better person after this. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it, leave a like and subscribe to see more videos like this in the future. See you next time.